Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. So, good morning, Diana, CF. Let's share some love, 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 love. A lot is going on, right? Uh, Maybe tears, maybe sadness, mixed flow of energies, aggravation, tensions, and revenge, and huge, huge amount of love. The new way you stop looking to the problems as a problems. You looking at them as a challenges. You looking at them as a things in life that you need to overcome. You just looking at as the walls that you build from within that you need to break it so you can be happy and live free. Let's recognize the people in chat. All right, we have Margaret, Lisa, Diana, CF, Christina, all in chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in. But what are we going to be talking about today? Is this? We're talking about uh, how to stay positive. Okay, how to stay. Connected to self when the life is always distracting you. But what is the distractions? Okay, something that prevents you from actions. Distract action. Okay. What could distract you? Looking at from within, if your ego is in charge, okay, or the soul is in charge from within you, all right, um, you begin to have the internal war from within yourself, okay, and you want to stay connected within the soul, but people distracting you, or situations in life distracting you. And this is the moments of distractions when the power of the soul has to show up. Because if you choose the power of the ego, that's when the things go down the hill. That's how you lead to nasty grams, nasty language. That comes in through the ego. That's how it comes in through even um, in the psychology that it's called for passive aggressiveness, which is that is a like don't say the things the way they are. You begin to be silent when you are asked for accountability, responsibilities, and so on and so on. And usually that ego part from within you creates the distractions. But not only your ego, the ego of others. Okay, the ego of others, they begin to trigger your ego from within you, and then you begin to react. They try to get you out of a lack of patience. They may track for it. Hi, Anne Smith. Thank you for being here. Diamond B, thank you. I'm glad to see you all here in the chat. Love is always love, right? And yeah, you can't be all the time positive. Um, One of the greatest teachers in the financial company that I was, he's also a very motivational speaker, by the way. I learn a lot from him. And he said the hardest thing in life that will be is to stay positive. And the only thing that can make you stay positive in life, that will be God, your priorities in life. How's your spirituality from within you? Okay. And he said like this, your God has to come first within you. Okay. Family has to come second, and business third. You don't have those three top priorities in life in order, you're always going to be having a distractions. You're always going to mess up. You're always going to be creating problems. Carlucci, thank you for being here. Hi. Thank you for the sharing the love. And life can put you on these distractions all the time. I mean, people can decide not to work within you. The company that you work uh, um, for the company that you're working for, all of a sudden they can decide to let you go. All of a sudden, something happens in the family. All of a sudden, things go south. And now, if you're looking from a spiritual perspective, you know that everything that happens in life is for a reason. And you look at it from within and you see the reason. So maybe it has nothing to do with you, but you are in that situations. For example, if something happened with your kid, okay, well, your kid did something, aren't they? But you're a parent. Maybe you didn't teach them to do the right things, and now they're in a hospital with broken foot, and you're like, what happened in there? So they have to learn their own lessons in there. Okay, they did something, they were trying to hide something. Okay, so how are you going to stay positive in this case? Are you going to be all jacked out and screaming at and doing tantrums for like what happened? And now you understand it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them, not to repeat same patterns they built from within them. Hi, CJ. So is that a situation have something to do with you? No. It's a situation that has to do with in. But if you take your parents' part and you begin to be all this parent to scream and yell and so on and so on, for example, you can't stay cool. But if your kid, for example, begins to act disrespectful towards another person or family members, now you are involved into it. You are getting in there and you prevent those things to happen. So it's again to stay positive in life. It's probably the hardest thing you can do because your emotions, your ego from within you, it's constantly on fight. The trick of this, okay, is to catch yourself. That is a probably one of the things you need to develop to stay connected to yourself because all of a sudden you may your ego can trip you. So, for example, someone did you wrong, somebody did something wrong, and now your ego just bubbling up from inside, and you're expressing everything for it. And later on, you're why did I did what I did? Okay, so on the one side, it's good to express yourself because otherwise you will have the war from within. But on the other side, if you were able to catch yourself and you're like, well, my ego is acting like this. Let me look the situation from soul. Oh, I don't have to react on that situation. Let the situation react within itself because someone has a fight within themselves, not with me. They have an internal fight within them about me, but that's their fight. Why did they have to bring their fight with me? So that is a one think of you connecting with your soul is basically doing this. Okay, but connecting to self could be a very challenging in a way, because you don't know what self is. Because the self is including pretty much everything you got. Okay, you have the spirit from within you, you have the soul from within you, you have the heart from within you, and you also have an ego. You have desires. Okay, and each this parts they are from within you. That is what it is. They are from within you. And if you look at it on a relationship perspective, for it, it's also your understanding about love. So, for example, what I'm talking about, love from within you, there's always going to be a distractions. One of the biggest distractions in life, okay, for the male, that's another woman, and they don't know why they're seeking another woman. Okay, um, so for example, if you have a wife that, I mean, she's nice, she's cooking, and she's everything, and so on, but lacking the things to be, within bed, and you are like want something more crazy. So here is you have this unfulfilled part from what you knew, and now you're looking for a woman that she's, attractive and more, and that's what this is, because of inside of you, it's missing the part of that internal conflict from within itself. And here is, when a woman like this is around you, you're getting distracted, right? How that affects the twin flames is because the twin flames understand that the woman inside possess both, but they are not open. Okay, possessive both Eve and Lilith from within is the same thing with the females. The females can find this father figure, this person who is beautiful, caring, loving, and everything else, right? But they want a macho man, someone, a little crazy, someone who gonna drive them nuts, and so on. And here is another distractions in life for you. So the whole thing of this is you to understand that with your partner, you have to not hide your darker side from within. And that's what a lot of the mistakes and distractions that happens in life is you didn't say the truth of your darkness from within you. You didn't say that you want to do certain things or be on more aggressive maybe, or some kind of like a secret desires, maybe some things like this. Okay, so uh, when life is giving you distractions, it's also a test. That test could be in a lot of different forms. Maybe a repeating test of lessons you didn't learn. You need to remember that life can give you lessons, but that's not a sentence for life. You keep repeating them. As long as you're not breaking up people, then that's it's lessons. All right. So to look at it, this distractions more for yourself is what distracting you. For example, some people are distracting from how other people are more successful. But if you stay within your soul, you're not worried about. You're not going to this competition to compete with people because God stays from within you. You don't compete to compare. You just don't, because you know that when you compete and compare stuff to your own self, you begin to trigger your ego. How come this guy who was nobody before 4 or 5 years now he had all these big mentions. What the heck? What he did? And you're getting angry for it, or things like this, or someone who begin from the beginning of the company, all of a sudden he's a manager. Well, he's a manager, and you're like, what happened to it? But if you look at it, what this person did is that person was begin from the bottom, and he said, I'm going to take an apprenticeship program. He went to college, and after the college he went out to study more, and now he graduated to be a business management. Now he got that position. Okay, but you don't see this, you don't see the worth of others, and distractions of this could be humongous. Distractions could be also a energies. Distractions could be a people, a post, or something that pushes your triggers from within you. Um, the question that is how you to stay positive. You stay positive by looking above. You stay connected within your soul. That way you keeping your cool. All right. That's how you keeping your cool. But you're looking at on the other side, you get this aggravated personality from within you, and now you disconnect from within. Okay, so we talked about yesterday that when the spirit comes in, it combines with the soul. The soul go ahead and establish equality with between mind and a soul. The heart joins them, so it's the ego. Now you are united within yourself, and here you are. You don't have any more distractions, basically, because now the self from within you is one. But if you have them all separate from within, your soul wants something, your mind wants something, your heart wants something, and your ego has a desire for something totally different. And now you are easy to distract by yourself from within yourself. And that's why the union within you is crucial. That's what this union, now that we're talking about the new cycle that begin, is gonna be crucial from within you. The question is you to catch up now yourself. You know yourself better, and when the distraction comes in, it's like, that's teaching me what I need to learn. That's teaching me what I have to improve. That's teaching me what I have to work on it. Now the distractions becomes your triggers. But the distractions in life, they can be uh, all the sudden changes. A sudden changes can happen in politics. Sudden changes can happen in the bank system. Things that you have no control over. The only thing you have controls over is how you perceive this. Okay, that was you. How you taking it? Okay, how you taking it? Are you gonna rise up or are you gonna fall down? Are you gonna be on this mass panic of all the world ending, or are you gonna be like, oh well, if it ends, we'll see, we'll think about it. Maybe it's not gonna end at all. And now you, everybody look at you. Why you are not panicking? Well, we have a different perception of all this. Um, Connection to self from within. It's also a um, that it's kind of like this development of character. You are your character will says everything about your actions. Character is helping people. Character is protecting people from harm. Character is to keep the peace, and a character is corrections. Okay. Also, that is a to have the feminine care and the male care, and all what within from within you. It's again goes back again within yourself. as who you are, back from what you bring as behavior when you grow up. Now, if you're growing up and you do things, then you do great things for it. So, to stay positive in positive world, it's hard because of that's the way that things are. But to stay positive, the biggest thing of staying positive, it is about to get off from the negative things that come from within. Now in the news cycle, all of you felt it. You don't want drama. You don't want toxic environment. You don't want this manipulations. You don't want anything. All you want is the truth. And now the truth helps you to solve all those problems. You already learn in the new cycle for that. Now that is the energy, and you feel great. Why? Because you're not engaging with this. You're not engaging with this toxic distractions. You're not engaging with toxic environment. You're not engaging with these situations. Okay, that is the one way. What they said, it's like if you want to heal something, you run away from it. For example, if you have addictions, maybe you're doing drugs, okay, and so on. Well, you take yourself out of this environment, you go to the rehabilitation unit, and now you are healed, right? But you have to make these decisions for it. And this is how one way you connecting to yourself and you get away from these distractions when you see people who using drugs, because that was the escape from like in life. You are basically escaping your happiness from from what you knew. But yeah, the importance of staying connecting with yourself, it is about the love from within. If you don't love yourself, you're connecting with something else. You probably are connecting within deeply within ego. You may be connecting with the deeper wounds from within you. Maybe you have a wounded inner child that you connect from within, that acts and reacts on the base of protection and survival mode. Okay, you're basically running on survival mode. You're not running on evolving mode. And there is could be a problem that comes in, and he's like, "What should I do?" And they tell you, "You have to grow up. You have to get up. I mean, you have to grow and get within yourself. If you want a really happiness, your happiness lies from within. You have to evolve to this point and catch yourself for it." Um, let's see. Something was a. My father don't allow me to work what I must like, and I broke hand. Uh, Hi, CJ. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I gotta be careful with all this because some of them are for protections, and some of the things are the way they are. So let me see what's going on with the chat. I felt though with all the time you spend discussing the bad parts of things is revealing how sad you actually are. You cannot shine the light in the dark if you don't know what. Okay, mastermind. Thank you for it. You're talking about how sad I am. Thank you for describe me how sad I am. I appreciate it. Um, but the bad parts is not only from this. Bad parts is when a mother connects you to you today over, and she said that her 23-year-old daughter acts very situation. Sad part that is you dealing with sad people. If you want my job, more than welcome. I have it. I work all day with sadness, and it's not easy. Okay. Or when a mother who's got situations for it calls you because you help her to understand things in life, and she's texting you. All right. So I'll appreciate your comment. You're right. I am sad for it. So, do you know any of the, hold on, there was Diana. Which stands for automatic negative thoughts? Remove should be thoughts, recognize. Putting your thoughts on trial. Acknowledge how overwhelmed you feel. Don't force positive thoughts. Nothing has to be forced. That is one of the things, that nothing has to be forced. If you force something, guess what? There's going to be a challenge from within because you're forcing it. Because the time of forcing situations, it's coming in mostly from your desires, because your desires wants to achieve something. Your desire want to get into something. Your desires, they're coming from your ego. Also, they can comes in from the super ego inside of you. That is about when you have this manipulation type of things from within you. And when that manipulation's coming out on the surface, then that triggers things from not only you, but with the people around you. So don't force things. Force things one way or another, they don't work. That will lead to disasters, one way or another. The only one thing that could be is you to flow. But a lot of the people don't flow. They don't flow within the love. The only thing they flow within is what they are around, what they are surrounding from within. And they like to control the environment, the surrounding. And you need to understand what you surround with, that's what you become. This has been known for years and years and years. So if you look your life and look at people around you, you will see what I'm talking about. If you hanging up with different people, you will understand what the things are. You go ahead and hanging up with millionaires, they're gonna tell you, help you how to become a millionaire. But guess what? It's called actions. You gotta have the actions from within you. It's all about yourself, uh, and this is how you have to look from within. What do you want? Um, and Art Williams says about one thing. He talk about the a little bit more principle. What is the difference between a person who makes 50,000 and 500,000? The person who makes 50,000, he does only the requirement things. The person who does 500,000, okay, he get up early, he studies, he doing a little bit more. He stays late at work and he does a little bit more. He educates it and work that little bit more. And when you're adding to that little bit more, that's how that comes in. Okay. But a lot of the people, they don't want to work. A lot of the people, how nowadays, they want to receive everything. I mean, it's been a trade for a very long time, and I seen it how it comes in. There's a lot of people that comes in through here doing some charts because of the current energies the way they are. It's all about family and situations and so on. But I find it these traits. I'm looking at through some of the people that were born in that with a certain planet and a certain sign. They kind of like came in to transform, and this is why we are transforming now. because we need to transform. We have to transform for a better future. And people don't like the word have to. But sometimes you don't have a choices, right? Life goes on, and the choices that you do in life, they are what they are. But the distractions, they're always going to be your challenges from within. Those deeper challenges that they are helping you actually to grow. You're not a challenged, you ain't growing. There will be no growth from within, okay? But you as a self, if you understand that the distractions are your soil, are the water, that fire from within, okay, that mental work from within, now you understand that you grow in yourself. So let's see what's going on with the chat. Carl Lucy, do you have any advice on deal with a boss that triggers me the same way as a TF? I find myself trying to run away from him too. Triggers. You may have a triggers similar as a TF. Maybe the personality between your boss and your TF have a lot of similarities. But maybe if you take a look at those triggers, what are you running from? Because you said trying to run away from him too. That's mean you run away from your twin. Why you running? You can't grow if you're escaping problems. You can't. You escaping the problems from within you. That's mean that um, you're not looking from within yourself. So the running, it's also a distraction. So take a look from within your car, Lucy. Uh, do I appreciate the subject you address? So fed up with all this love and light when not dealing with the less benefit of what you are truly feeling in the moment. No, it can't be always love and light. It doesn't happen. But when you go deeply in the darkness and the sadness, talking about the sadness, okay? I will suggest you to go watch the what was that animation movie? Uh, it's gonna come up to me. There was sadness, happiness, anger um, in there. That animation movie. Happiness understood that until the sadness doesn't comes in, and sadness doesn't create everything, there will be no happiness. But it took a long time until they had to fight. They had to go together. The happiness and sadness went out deep into the hole, and they had to get up. They had to heal the inner child and get up in there, inside out. There you go. That's what the kids movie is. But it's the same thing from within you. You will understand that kids movie. By the way, it's very good. It has a lot of lessons in there for you, and I think it's in a proper time to look at it from within us. That not only love and light. The world, it's not only love and light. The universe, it also has a lot of darkness from within. So yeah. What about the shadow? My shadow has actually undermined me about work situations, sabotaging my consequence, my conscious self to get out of a toxic workplace. I'm very mindful of shadow because it can sneak attack. Sabotaging, okay, work. My shadow has actually undermined me in a bad work situation. Bad work situations. I had to work on a situation with someone who was very demanding, very toxic. By the way, he passed away. Later on, we become a very team up and good. Actually, team up very good. Most of the people in the industry, they know him. He was a manager, and everybody was like, Dio, how in the world are you working with that person? And I told him one thing, I'm a professional, and I proved my professional to him. That's it. I proved him wrong. He learns he's wrong. He apologized to me. And then we both working together and we keep the relationship in order. That's how it goes. So, for example, if he says me doing this job and I'm like, this is going to be wrong, he's like, I don't care. I told you so. I'm okay. I know where that goes. I know he's wrong. So here is, I do it his way, and there you go. I did what I said, and it doesn't work. And how come it doesn't work? It doesn't work. He sees, he's look, and he gets, all that, like doesn't know what's going on. Okay, but I work with him, and I like, let me show you what I have in mind, and I'll make it work. I think. Let me work on it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do it my way. All of a sudden, it works. Comes in, it's like, hey, here we go, it works, and I explain it why it works, and why his way doesn't work. And now you touch base within your own self again. This is, by the way, very good question, Diana. Thank you. You bring me some memories back, by the way. And later on with this person, we develop actually a very good relationship of trust because after a few accidents like this, he stopped questioning me. He's just like, you just do it because I know what you're doing. Okay. There was no questions anymore of situations and so on. All right. So take a look from within you. Okay. If where is this bad work situations coming from? Is a the person? Is that is a jealousy? Is that is a money involved? Is that is a title involved within the work environment? I made one video a long time ago. It is a 5D in work, I believe, when I explained that once you understand you're working with souls and you're working within a soul environment from within, that can help you of you develop this relationship like that because the person who is like this, they have wounds they haven't healed, but once you understand them and help them, and since this is a work environment, you show there your professional side about work because this is a work relationship. You show that person the professional part of you and the best out of you uh, without putting any positive or negative thoughts from it, then you're going to find something very strange. You're going to find collaboration, you're going to find appreciation, and now you're going to be the person they are going to call when they have situations simply because you are who you are. So, but if you're sabotaging yourself within your conscious, uh, and you maybe also feel like a sneak attack. Who is attacking? Someone who doesn't like you. Somebody who doesn't. He's maybe jealous or someone who, because you need to understand if you're working in the corporate world, there's always going to be a people like this. Corporate world is corporate world. They are bad. That's what happened. I offered this and they didn't listen to me. And now you don't listen to me. And guess what? Now we are in this mess. And they put you down because they are ego inside of them. Okay. That is the part of bringing their nose is I'm the best. You know who's the best? The one who perform. Performance talks more for it, the numbers of your quality at work, your quality business index talks about this. Your QBI also, that is this measurement that some of the companies does of employee overall performance for it, and that's what you're looking for. That's what this is for. I'll be positive. Bamboo, I think you're soft-spoken and mellow and not sad. And your eyes are actually sparkle. Yeah, my eyes are sparkling. What you guys don't know is I have a tooth infection, and I've been taking some meds that makes me drowsy a little bit for it. But I've been working all day. I haven't been get off of the computer since 11 o'clock. Now it's almost 5. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired as well for it. But thanks, Bamboo. Yeah, the light is always shining in the eyes, right? That's the windows of the soul. And thank you. I appreciate for this. A boss can trigger you as a twin flame. A boss is toxic twin flames are because deep inside of you know what parts you needs to grow up. Bamboo, yes, you will know what the parts that needs to grow up from within. You always do. But now in this new cycle, things are different. You only not only know how to grow, you actually know how to heal. I'm talking with quite a few people into the this quantum leap, this jump that happened ever since Jupiter, most areas, and I see they're like, "Deal, what happened? I mean, I don't want to engage with this. I don't want to talk with this. Deal, I've been dating people like I dated before, but now it's different. I don't want to have this and this and this. I don't want to act like this and this. But now the people they look at me strangely. Deal, what happened? You evolved. You get your higher self up on the level that was for never before, and now people find you different. You're the same person. You just evolve. You just evolve. There was a one caricature now today on the Facebook, one big tree and one little tree, and the little tree is asking, "Hey, how did you grow?" And the big tree said, "There was a lot of flooding they came into." So those floodings, those distractions in life, if you weren't there weren't distractions in your life, how would you grow? You always stay the same. If there was a situations in your life, in your twin flame journey and so on, you wouldn't be here. And that growth that you have now, your growth as personality, as a soul, as a heart, as a mind, you wouldn't be that person. And now you're happy with it. And people won't understand this. Yeah, there will be probably sadness. There's some things, people, the old self, it's gone. Okay, your old self is not the same, but the your new self carrying the best of the old self from within you. Okay, that's what there is. There is another quote that was on a Facebook. Is like evolution. You will know that happened in you when you change so much that the people have to get to know you again. And if you did that, then that's what it was with this person. I'm talking every day with that person, by the way. It's like that's what this is. You now have the proof about this from within yourself. All right. I'll both straight on you. Purity. Hi, Purity. Thanks for coming in. Um, Bamboo. Twin flame don't hurt you directly and on purpose. Twin flame act the opposite. You need them to act because of attachment. Twin flame can hurt you actually on purpose. Yeah, because the purpose is the trigger. Okay, they can hurt you on purpose, and the trigger that is the ego. They says like you're in the ego, or you're too much in the soul, or you don't satisfy my ego, you don't satisfy my heart, you don't do this and this anymore, or you're not doing it my way. Here's the one big expectations they happen to, from with this. It all comes in with behavior, Bamboo. By the way, Bamboo, I want to recognize you for this comment. You're bringing that issue from within the twin flames, uh, because some of the twin flames, when they bring the behavior within the twin flame connections, okay, for it is like, well, here, we are twin flames, right? We are twin flames. So you should be able to act and react to the way I act and react, which is a big BS. You guys are the same within the soul. You have the same soul connections with it. Actions and reactions are based of behaviors you're bringing to the connection. And those behaviors are the differences. And if your behavior is to hurt your twin flame on purpose, that's what is going to happen. Because probably your twin flames is also hurting people on purpose. Okay? But if you said, I heal this hurting on purpose, and now you're hurting again on purpose, then you haven't healed. So now the trigger it's kicked on. Yeah, hurt people, they hurt people. And that's what you testing your healing. Okay? You really testing your healing. And if the twin flames are unhealed, they're gonna be separate. And they can be hurtful as hell. A lot of the people are like this. A lot of the people there are like this. So astrology wise, I look at it one whole generations from the 80s up until like 90 something. They have because right now those are the people, they have kids now, they're realizing they have issues, and now they're coming, they're rising up, but they are rising up because of the things coming out on the surface, and now they need help, they need healing. So yeah, that hurt people, understand that you hurt yourself. So yes, but Bamboo, yeah, the triggers in the twin flames, that could be very funny, but they will come in sooner or later within the relationship. They will come in those triggers. There will be no issues with bringing the trigger. The twin flame is not afraid to kick in the trigger, because they know, hey, if you don't heal this, we're not gonna be together. And guess what? We better put your things together. And if they work together on the issues, they know how to solve it. You all know the twin flame parts of the naked talk, when you say what you need to say, and they know your pains, they know how to heal. Okay, but it takes the actions of healing. And when the actions are missing, there you go. The one twin will push the other one to do those actions. They don't do it, then divine has some things to do. So thanks, Bamboo. Oh, I get you right. Another comment. 1 second to look at it from the chat. Can your twin, that's purity, can your twin try to take over your chakras? No, they may come in with energies, but they can't take over your chakras. Your chakras is yours, especially if they worship the devil coven. I was feeling very weird. The super ego, when it goes in the lower vibes, and those lower vibrations, they can have energy signatures of like a demons and like dark entities and so on. But that to show them the energy that's from within. Now, if there was a historically part of they been in coven or joined witches and trying to practice in magics and so on, you need to understand that whoever plays with magic gets hurt by magic. So purity, you have to look from within. Also, maybe look from within you. Maybe there was a fear, so much fear within the connection, fear of something. Okay, that could be in a fear of in a very high level because the ego feeds from fear, and the more you're in fear, the more they're happy with it. For doggy update and please. All right, Diana, thank you. Purity, there was a unconditional love lifestyle comment. Don't get burned out from mean twin who is jealous for your healing. Um, yeah, the unconditional love is beautiful, Tank. That unconditional love, people wanted to have, and now people who's been suffering, they looking for unconditional love and they want to transform. And this whole generations from born in the early 80s till the early maybe late 90s, okay, it's like 20 years span for it. Now they're transforming, and by they are transforming, they're coming to transform this rising phoenix, okay. They have this planet within their that zodiac sign that it is kind of like dark, okay. But you know what is the good part? When you talk to these kind of people and they begin to do the realizations, they begin to see the signs, they begin to see that there is a light within that darkness. Or you're gonna be shined on it. Because you understand that all this generation that has been there, it is about to show us the shadow side that has been hidden for generations. Uh, the side, the shadow that was never taught, that never said, that never explained. That shadow that we carrying within the karma, the shadow that we carrying from within the family, within the DNA. Okay, some of the people they're never gonna rise up and looking for the light. It's been given to them to transform. But if when they transform, they will know how to transform others for a better world. Okay, but there, from within them, there is have this fear. They have this jealousy. They have this revenge energies from within them. Okay, and they understand when they get hurt so much, then they're like, "What did I did?" And they look for help. Now they're getting the help that they need now, okay, because of all this gravitational field that triggers them to fix everything. Because guess what? They came to the point they want to be happy in life, and they realize they're not happy in life because of themselves. They were hanging out with toxic culture, environment, religion, wherever the case might be. All right. I am talking about all those generations that they have a Pluto and Scorpio. All right. It's kind of like a finding out that these people start coming more like on a wave for it. So, all right. Okay, so if my twin flame, Bamboo, if my twin flame is bad with other people, he can be the same with me, with an only difference he act opposite us. He's so willing. Habits, bamboo. Some people can change, and you need to understand the actions will prove when people change. But if people didn't change, for example, if your twin said something that they did in the past, they confess that to you, and they say, "I'm not doing this anymore," and now they're in a relationship with you, and they do it, the same thing, and it happens the same result. That means they haven't healed, they haven't fixed what they need to do for it. You come in as their test, okay? When the divine, usually what happens is the universe brings this soul connections, this soul ties, okay? This could be a soul ties because all of a sudden the one person comes in, another person comes in, and here is this clash of energy that just merges. And now you and that person are connected. You try to say whatever you try not to say, and guess what? The love is increasing like from here up to the universe, and you don't act on that love, then you begin to act on that love. Or once you say the words "I love you," all of a sudden that whole energy just and you feel good about it. Those this is one of the signs of being in a soul connection, because that intensity of love, pressure, okay, is not there anymore. But that part, bamboo, for it is like if he had the opposite of what he did from before, that will show up that they healed and they want to have this happiness from within. Okay, that happiness. There's always going to be a distractions of some sort. Now it's the question of you or your twin how reacting on those distractions for it. Um, uh, Carl, my TF did say things that he knew would hurt me and push me away. Of course, your twin flame will say things like this because he said it from his ego, because he knew your weak spot, your weakness, and it hurt you in the most weak spot, maybe your heart. Usually that's what happens for it. But that comes in from behavior problem, because down in the back in his life, something happened. And now they said this to you. Also, you may trigger them to say this. It's all kind of like a little bit complicated because uh, if you write something to your twin and you tell them certain things, but you don't talk about feelings and love and emotions, but you just talk to your twin just out of a different position, maybe a business standpoint or friendship standpoint. Your twin flame connections, you're on a soul connections. You have to solve the issues, not running away. And now they don't talk about this, but they talk to you all about other stuff. And guess what? They trigger you. And you're like, why you don't talk about the things? Why you hiding the secrets? Why you hiding the situations? Now they will think you're hurting them. No, you're just bringing out the issue in the surface. So it all depends of bamboo. No, I'm not Italian. The name Dio, I learned that mean God. The very late in life. The name Dio came in. First of all, back in the 80s, that was as a child, as a kids, we were having the first this gaming pots. There's a lot of video games consoles, and we were going and we were playing Pokemon and the snake and everything into these rooms. And there was only three initials you put in there. So I was putting Dio. And also I was in a radio hamming club. And if you haven't been a radio hamming contest, the shorter your name is, the more connection you want to make. So it becomes Dio, and after that, left it over as a nickname. And the nickname later on becomes my name since I became an American citizen. I've been in Italy quite a few times. I love Italy. Ciao Italia. Yeah, it's Roma. By the way, this is the official. Yeah, it's official. It's not like one of those cheap ones. This is the official, authentic shirt of Roma. I liked soccer. I'm a Bulgarian, not Italian, but yeah, I liked it too. So, but nice for catching up. I love Rome so much. Kind of like if you let me loose in downtown Rome, especially from Termini, I know how to get myself around there. So a walking distance. Of course, I love it. I love Italy so much. So we'll see. Maybe I come back there someday. Oh, from Bari. I have a lot of friends in Italy, so yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day I'll come back in Italy. And buongiorno Italia. Um, Okay, let's see. Go back to the questions. Twin Flame Party in Italy. I did a workshops in Italy, actually. Yeah, I did. I did it for. Oh no, I'm not in the States now, Bambu. I'm in Bulgaria. Oh, I'm very close to you. Like 2.5 hours flight, maybe three. Sofia, Rome. We'll see. Maybe we're gonna make some workshop here in Bulgaria. Maybe that will happen. Most likely. For okay, purity, fear of abuse. Yes, there's gonna be a fear of abuse because once you are hurt, and let's say you were totally honest with the person, and the person took the love for your weakness instead of strength, and they hurt you there. Now you're gonna have that fear because now the ego is protecting you, and purity, that protection, that is your boundary. Now you establish healthy boundary from within, but also could be a fear of you falling in love. That is it. The worst thing can happen to you. It's when you become colder about love because of fear of abuse and a fear of somebody will hurt your love. So you don't allow yourself to fall in love again. So if that is your case, purity, get touch and base with inner self, heal from within, but also go see a professional help for you. I highly recommend it to you for it. Yeah, it's a sad thing, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, kind of like I sense your energy because kind of like have an idea what you've been went through because most of the clients base I work with in the past 8 9 months has been the same. I know because this is was the collective energy that something happened in the past year or so, and there has been a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, and a lot of situations, a lot of toxic environments, and now we're healing the toxicity from within. So yeah, that energy is very familiar to me, and it's a sad thing. But we gotta look at the other side of the coin. Now we know how to work with these people, to heal them, to help them, They have a smile in their face. Now we know how to switch the things in that. That's when you have to be turned the other side of the coin. It brings the illuminations to them. Bring that illuminations that they are who they are for their purpose, to see the darkness. But inside of the darkness, to go deep from within the darkness, is their soul, which is they abandoned. Once they discover the spark of the soul, the love from within them, and they bring that love into the shyness out there, they're unburied from them. That's a different story. Okay, now right there. Oh, that's a power. Okay. Yeah. Why? Staying alive. Staying alive. Huh? Huh? Good thing, purity. I like that. Um, yeah, that domestic violence is not good. So usually domestic violence need to be looked very carefully, because sometimes domestic violence is triggered by the one person who forced the other person to be in domestic violence. And the real reason is not the person who did, the real victim is not the person who did the actual violence, is the person who actually triggered that violence. So we gotta be very careful, but gladly that you're here, you're okay, you're looking with the light, you're looking to get up, purity. So uh, life lesson, exactly. But that life lesson, these people, when they harm you for it, or whatever this is, okay, for the both two sides, you need to look at it that life lessons can't help for evolution and both, okay, in the both units. But that is the illuminations that comes in from what they're not just attract themselves for just because there was something to be done there. So yes, wow, it's a cigarette time. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Purity. By the way, Purity, if you need someone to talk to, find me on the Facebook. I guess you know how to find me on the Facebook. If you don't, the link is in the channel up in the banner. Yeah. Good. It's good that you laugh. You see, that's what this people don't understand, that sometimes we don't see each other, but the energy that it's present, that energy does the trick. So here you go. I know you're laughing now and you feel good. That's the way it should be. Right? Everything is good when I finish good, right? It doesn't matter of the journey. I learned with that boss that was so meaningful, and nobody wanted to within the industry. Everybody told me, Joe, you're out of your mind to work with this person. You know who he is. Dio, are you out of your mind? How the hell you work with him? When you're a soul, you will know how to work with people. When you know how to touch base within you, not to believe in other people's words. When you go inside and you involve in this situations for it, make sure you do one thing. You do your goddamn best with love for it. That's all you can do. And the rest of it is up to divine. When I begin to understand that boss, and I understand, he understood that he has to trust me, not because of anything else. His ego was triggered by the knowledge I had. But once he understood that my knowledge made his life the best at work, guess what? He learned to trust it. And now he knows. Okay. I helped him heal. I gave him a books. I showed him what twin flame is. He learned. And he came in and said, thank you. And that's power in there. Okay. So don't let things have a shadow of a doubt. All right. Sentimental parts of Dio's past life. Yeah, Dio's got a new life now. Yeah, right. Still the same. All right. Little fun, guys. Have fun with life. Don't be so serious. Go take yourself out on a date. Go do something crazy that you always wanted to. Go out for a walk. Go out for a coffee shop. Go jump in the lake or go skydiving if you have to. But have fun, okay? Take a look. Throw away your insecurities for it. Throw away some of the stuff that prevents you and begin to be. Yeah, Puri, I sent you a little of energy. I know you felt it. You're welcome. So, yeah. So, what do you guys want to talk about tomorrow? Let me see. Oh, tomorrow we are going to talk about something. Let's see. Tomorrow the moon is gonna be and Scorpio. That's what I thought it's going to be. Yes. Tomorrow the moon is gonna be at Scorpio. We are going to have a divine energy from Jupiter. Maybe a growth by using your shadow, something like that. Just a suggestion. You guys decide. Did I answer all the questions or I skipped something? Purity said, sound good. Does anyone likes that idea? Anyone has extra questions? One thing I want to leave you before we close down, it's what you allow to distract you. That is your thing that you need to work within, whatever that might be as a distractions. Distractions could be even money, even relationship, jealousy for it. But you have to look deeply from within. Why is that? What causing that? What is that distraction is so distractive about you? Why that distraction is your weakness? Because it's a weakness. Distraction is your weakness because it takes you away from your path. It takes you away from what you knew. So, can we talk about the benefits of TF even if not TF? Carl Lucy, can we check? That is a good one too. Mm, if you want to be, um, I don't know, whatever you guys decide to want to talk. Now there is I watched the live from yesterday on conditional love. Really good information. Yeah, Chrissy, thank you. That was a good video, by the way, yesterday. Yes. Every day it's different videos. There are different energies. There are different things for. And yeah, we when we pick up the right energy with the right information and with the right things, they resonate for whatever it is. But it is what it is. So we better when we do things, there it is what it is. The things happens for it. But thanks for the comment. I love it. Thanks. Okay. Dio, you deserve a standing ovation for your great patience responding to folks in chat. I did a workshops for quite a bit, and there was a people who, when you're a public speaker, you need to you begin to kind of like learn over the time, especially when you're talking in front of a crowd. And you know that there's gonna be a people who's gonna come in and jumps in. I mean, I look at it on my channel that I have like maybe my other channel that I do the daily astro gravitational report. That how come from 10 views I got a 2 comments there spam, all that stuff. But I just delete them, okay. But handling for it, it's form you mature within you mature, but you help them. People who comes in with this kind of like an energy for it, they recognize the sadness. What they don't see is the sadness behind it from within. So I spoke to someone who I know. She helped me to understand certain things, and we've been knowing for each other for about give it a take 8 9 years. And I helped her in her life, but now she came to this other situations that now we need to talk. And it's so sad that it took her time to reach out to me. So it is what it is. But appreciate Diana. Trying to do my best. I mean, come on, we are here, we are family, and we are out in the open. We have this chat room, we are attracting more and more people. You need to understand that right now with this new cycle, we may feel alone because it's not many of us that resonates on these vibrations. It's not many of us that get into this new road. And when you walk in like this, yeah, there's not many of them, not many support. You're gonna lack the support. You're gonna lack the understanding. There's gonna be a people who want to brings you down. There's gonna be a people who wants to brings you back. Okay, but you cross something. That is a when you upgrade your mind and somebody tries to change your mind into the old way, and you're like, I can't. It is the same thing as you awaken as a twin flame. Nobody anymore can comes in and tells you there is no love within the soul. Now you're a twin flame. Would somebody are you gonna say what are you gonna say? Well, when that happened to you, then you understand. And that's what it is. You gotta be able to do certain things. But Diana, thanks for the comment. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys, all of you. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. We're all here. We're all home called Earth. Okay. So thank you. All right. So we decide on what we're gonna talk about tomorrow, or we're still battling with this? So here is, I said, grow within the shadow side by using the shadow side. Carl said, can we talk about the benefits of TF? You are not TF. Uh, how do we, I want to be happy as self with the weird twin flame stuff. So how do we do that? Self-reflection, connection to joy. I will answer it purity now. How do we do that with the twin flame stuff? That is about union from within you, purity. Union within you, within your true self, with deeply from within your side. With that is at a time when I was very uh, happy and to have this reflection. That was at the moment when I publicly become a twin flame. I had nothing to hide from nobody anymore. And that connection to actually helped me to get in there. So I begin to be not only uh, live as a twin, I begin to practice as a twin. I don't just talk from my soul. I was using my soul in my daily life. Basically, rewrite my mind, upgrade my mind, and that's what I was telling you yesterday. I rewrite my mind. That how it's done. And the more and more you do that, the more you're gonna feel happy from within, because the internal happiness is from within, not from the outside. Because if you depending on the happiness from outside, someone to make you happy, you will understand that when the happiness is gone, so is your own. So that's what I will do it. So growth with the shadow side has my vote. Okay, so we are going to talk about a growth within the shadow. All right. Oh, there's going to be some lot of thinking. Oh, there's going to be some lot of going on situations, guys. Shadow work. All right. Oh. Man, I'm laughing now. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. We are going to have some fun because you'll begin to laugh on it when you understand that things that you are hiding, they actually prevent you to have happiness. And now you understand that when you wake up and it's like, how could I have been done this to myself? And I'm like, man, that was funny. We're going to make some fun tomorrow. All right, guys. Thank you for all being here. Purify me. Purity, find me on the Facebook and we'll set something up for you. Okay. And guys, leaving you with that love. Be mindful about tonight. Tonight, there is going to be a transition of the moon from Libra into Scorpio. And exactly when that transitions happened, the ascendant, it's also going to play a role at some point. But when that happened, we are walking into the shadow side. You might experience an intense energies midnight. After midnight specifically, we're talking about between 1 and 3. You may have a weird dreams, but control yourself. I'm gonna give you a little heads up. If you have a visions of bad things, and if you're sleeping on the one side, turn yourself the other side. You're gonna see how the magnetic pull is changing from within you, and how you're gonna use the gravitations to have a better dreams. Okay, try it. Let me know it works for you. Um, Bamboo, the life has always been 4 p.m. my time, which is right now it's 5:27 p.m. So hour and a half from now on your time, it's the beginning of the life. So they are daily. They are doing it at 4 p.m. and I very seldomly do it late because of if you would do like a little workshop. So that is what time zone is the live direct tomorrow? That is a Bulgarian time, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Bulgarian time, and I think it was very early in United States, late afternoon in India. So for that purpose is made, because between 4 and 6 I'm available, because after 6 I have to make dinner and I have some clients that I need to talk to, and that is the only open opportunity for me to basically have time for you guys on a daily basis, and I decided to do it that. So that's the new way. Works fine. Appreciate everything, and I see that we are moving. Okay, we are moving forward. So let's share the love, guys. Let's share the love. All right. Moving forward. Cheers. Exactly. Moving forward. CF, thanks for everything. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. All right.